The African Studies Club rounded off JTV's observation of Black History Month during the month of February by hosting a discussion on the importance of studying Black history and understanding the role of Africans throughout the years. Examining some of the positions that Africans held in the past, HLSCC lecturer Dr. Catherine Smith and African Studies Club member Art Christopher explained that in ancient Egypt, women had the most progressive roles than any other civilization, and women were the ones who actually sat on thrones and led societies.
If we go back and we look at ancient Egypt, we know without a doubt that women had the most progressive roles in ancient history than all the other societies, and you can read this anywhere. Mm-hmm. Women were able to enter into business contracts on their own. They were able to own property on their own, as compared to many of the other ancient societies at the time, right? They had important roles in religion, etc. There were women pharaohs.
In the African system, there's basically a shared leadership between the king and the queen. The queen mother and her role in the society was a very powerful one, but there are some women that actually took titles of basically king, and they took that role and headed that office.
Art Christopher spoke of a time in BVI's history when the entire community would support someone in need, and he said that this was actually derived from African cultures. Art Christopher went on to say that it is important to preserve such cultural aspects today for the future.
If your neighbor had something and you needed it, you would share it, and that was a fundamental part of community living. And it is important for us to recognize, though, that those are what I would like to say African concepts, African traditions, African culture. A lot of times we try to focus on our culture in terms of the tree rock fire and the different pots and pans that we used to use. But I'm saying that these aspects of our culture, which is the true essence of culture, have to be preserved. They have to be recognized and preserved and somehow institutionalized in some way, so that it is carried on. So you can't have a situation where we live in isolation to each other.
In case you missed it, the African Studies Club Black History Month program will be rebroadcast right here on JTV Channel 55. And in celebrating BVI's history, the public is invited to attend a wreath-laying ceremony in observance of H. Lavity Stout's birthday on Monday, March 5th. Mr. Stout was the territory's first chief minister, and he is credited with establishing the cruise ship pier, creating the social security scheme, developing the central administration building, and spearheading the development of the community college named in his honor, the H. Lavity Stout Community College. Monday's celebrations include a family fun day on Capoon's Bay recreational grounds with cultural games, food, and music.